Hey guys, jennabugger here, and welcome to my channel. This is the first build of my 12 builds of Christmas. That's right guys, every day from today until Christmas Day I will be uploading a Christmas themed speed build. Um, it's going to be quite the journey. I hopefully will be learning quite a bit with this. That was really the whole plan, besides being all festive for Christmas because I love Christmas. But the whole plan was to try to just kind of dive right in and get better at building. um, so I definitely had quite a bit of difficulty with this. I mean, surprisingly, the outside went fairly well. I had some inspiration and looked at pictures and all that kind of stuff. It was the inside that really got to me. I guess I learned that I need to have a little bit better of a plan for the interior of these houses. So I'm already learning, guys. Already learning. So right here I wanted to do, I'm not even sure what it's called, but it's just like a little, I don't even know. You guys will see here in a minute. And the plan was I wanted to do some plants, like kind of at the top, but I was really struggling with that later. That's actually towards the end of the video. So you guys will see that. But yeah, I just totally lost my train of thought. I'm gonna need to work on the voiceovers for this as well. I do really like how the exterior turned out, though. I was really didn't have high hopes, to be honest, but I thought it ended up being pretty cute. I wanted it to be, you know, pretty quaint looking. I didn't want it to look like just this big, huge house or anything. I definitely wanted it to. You look at it and you definitely think, okay, yeah, this is a starter. It's nice and quaint and just cozy, I guess. Yeah, so I really think these shuttered windows from Get Together really helped with that look. I don't know why. I guess it makes it kind of look kind of cottagey in a way, I guess. I was trying to figure out, like, I kept going back and forth of like, do I want like a mixture of windows on each level or do I want the same windows? And for the most part, I think I went with mostly the same windows. See right here, I switch them back and forth. I think I went mostly with the same windows, but towards the right of the house, if you're looking at it straight on, I do have two shuttered windows on the side, and I thought I just really liked them placed there. And then I needed to do the smaller windows above that one roof for the second story. So that's why I did that. I really like these stairs. I believe those are from that's from Cats and Dogs. So, but I end up enclosing the staircase, so it's not like you can really see it much anyways. So I'm trying to get these doors. I go back and forth a lot with pretty much everything. I've done a lot of cutting out of things, so there's gonna be quite a few spots in this video that it just kind of skips to the next part because, guys, it took me, like, I swear, at least 10 minutes to find the right walls for the kitchen. Like, I kid you not, it took me like 10 minutes. I was getting so frustrated with it. I couldn't, it just, nothing seemed to be matching well, and like I said earlier, I need to kind of go into it with I guess the same mindset as I have with the exterior. I need a little bit more of a plan. So yeah, here I am placing these handy dandy lights that pretty much everyone uses to make it nice and bright and seeing what you're working with. My plan was to put the kitchen here, but I realized that I didn't have a whole lot of room because I wanted the living room to be kind of on the side of it, and I realized that it just wasn't that much room to work with if I put the kitchen over there. So I ended up moving the kitchen over in this little nook, I guess you could say. And I end up I like blah blah blah. I like it a lot better. um, and then here I really wanted some sort of end to this the buffet, um, or island, or yeah, islands. I wanted some sort of end. I didn't want it to just be abrupt like that. So I kept working with those, but then it kept seeming like it just wouldn't, you wouldn't be able to get a sim past it or whatever. I do end up going back because I thought, actually at the time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see later on what kind of like end tables and stuff. I thought maybe I could put a little end table, and just kind of make it a little more homey, and yeah. And then right here, see, I cut back because it took me forever to find the right walls, and I finally decide, you know what, these are good enough. They're not like too in your face, but there's a little bit of texture there, so we're gonna just stick with these. And then trying to choose rugs. Again, like I said, I'm just so indecisive with a lot of this stuff, and I try to kind of weeding out the stuff that just was like just too excessive. Like, you know, I'm just sitting here thinking like, Jen, you know, make up your mind. This is taking forever. Oh yeah. Anyways, I end up really liking this rug. It's not necessarily Christmassy, but I thought it really matched well with the colors I had going on in the kitchen, so I decided to do that. And then I go to the one and only bathroom. Again, the bathroom I had a little bit of difficulty with, and I think I just skipped right there, yeah. But I wanted to do like a white with pops of red. And I was trying to do like red on the floor or red in the walls, but then it just ended up being way too much. And then right there with that rug, I just didn't like how it filled the empty floor space. So I chose the rug that is there now. And then I guess I missed this part. That was a lot of downtime. Sorry. And then again, just trying to pick out the right mirror. And this, the thing that I noticed I was doing a lot was I was like scrolling through just everything because I'm not super familiar with all of the items. You know, I mean, you know, counters and like toilets and like that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously, I'm sure tons of people are familiar with that because those are the main things that you go into buy mode to get. But a lot of just the little decor and stuff, I'm just not very familiar with. So I was just scrolling through a lot of it to try to, because I really wanted to make it just seem cozy and homey and lived in. So I wanted to add just a little kind of like knickknacks here and there, which I've just never done in the past before. So yeah, and I'm about to readjust in my chair, so that's squeaking and stuff. I don't know if you hear it, but yeah. I need to get me a new computer chair, but that'll have to wait. Yeah, so that robe, and then you see that door off to the side. It was getting in the way. I couldn't I couldn't place things right. But on the with the robe, I end up actually putting it back in because towards the end of the video, my funds were getting pretty limited, so I decided to replace this bathtub shower combo with just a standing shower, the typical standing shower, and so I had room to later go in and place the robe on the wall, which made it look nice. Here I was trying to do something fancy with curtains for that like empty space above the bathtub, but it didn't work. Maybe there's some way that I can get it to work, but I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe I could have placed a wall there, and then placed. No, but then that probably, if I once I deleted the wall, it probably would have deleted the curtains too. I don't know. I feel like there's got to be a way, because I know there was in The Sims 3. That was one thing that um I did do quite a bit, was I'd put like curtains above the bathtubs or around bathtubs or whatever to make it seem like shower curtains or whatever. I know there was definitely a way to do that, but I mean, it seems like there should be in The Sims 4, but I don't know. If you know of a way, comment below. Let me know, because it's actually something that I like to do. um, yeah, so here I really wanted to use this holiday hallway table, or whatever it's called. I've been wanting it to use it in a lot of my family homes, but it just doesn't match with like any of the decorations, so I end up having to go with like a plain one. But in this one I was like, I'm gonna use it. This is a holiday starter. This is the best time to use this table. I've got to use this table. So I'm glad to say that I put it there, and it is still there. Still there. So again, I had some difficulties with the wall, but I decided to go with just this pale green, just to put a little bit of a color. And then of course I did the entire room, so I have to go back in a little bit to change my kitchen. I spent so much time trying to find the right wall, and I just totally forgot and just went right over it. Like, didn't just waste like 10 minutes of my life doing that. But, so, this garland over the door, I had to have move objects on to place it, and I'm pretty sure my test sim went through just fine. To be honest, I forgot it was there, so it wasn't something that I specifically was checking to see how it worked. But I'm pretty sure she went through the front door, so that, that means that it worked, right? It should be fine. Yeah. Pretty sure anyways. Yep, and here I am. I was like, oh, crap. My walls. And then I'm just filling out the rest of the stairway. And you know what? I totally forgot, now that I'm thinking about it. I wanted to put some railing on the upstairs. Yeah, totally forgot to do that. So, I'll point it out when we get up there. But right in here, I'm just working on a little bit of a dining room type of area. I mean, you do have, obviously you can sit at the island, but I wanted a little bit more, because I think, having a little bit of little table and chairs makes it a little more homey. Then I wanted to do a round table, because for some reason I just feel like that's more cozy. I don't know, but so the table and chairs, I tested it out, and the 3 that are closest to the door, they all worked just fine. The one that's back towards the wall, you can get to. Okay, now this one my sim was sitting in the chair closest to the tree on the outside, if that makes sense. And I just clicked on the chair at the wall to have her test it, so she moved from that chair to that chair, and that worked out just fine. But when she went to like get out, she wasn't able to get back out on the other side, so I just had to that chair right in view, I had to have her sit in that chair, and then she could get out. So chances are your Sims will probably be able to use the 3 chairs that are closest to the door just fine, but that one in the back it might give you a little bit of a issue. So, but I couldn't just leave like just have 3 chairs and one missing. I guess I could have done just 2 chairs, but just giving you a disclaimer. So if you guys want to download this and fix that, then you know that is totally acceptable. So here I just just talk through one thing that I was gonna mention. Just this little end table type thing right here that came from Parenthood. I placed that on the end, and I really liked this plant from Seasons, and I wanted to use it, but it's a big plant, so I sized it down, but it didn't fit in that area really well. So here in a minute, I try to place it with some vases and stuff to basically try to make my own little potted plant decoration thing, which is all in the end completely pointless because I place it somewhere else. But you know, that's me, totally indecisive. Yeah. Yep, still trying to figure that out. I definitely just had to take a sip of water cause yeah. So yeah, here I am pulling out a vase, trying to get this just situated. Again, this is all very new to me, so that one worked out okay. I mean, as you can see, there's it just a little bit poking out, which probably didn't matter that much in the end, but the smallest things just bug me for some reason. It just really bugs me, so it just didn't work. Ooh, sorry, just hit my mic. Oops. And at this point, I honestly don't remember. Oh, I saw the pantry thing and I was like, ooh, that'd be cool, but it was a lot bigger. And those presents, the Sims can get to just fine. Well, at least one Sim at a time can. She added a present successfully, and she snuck a present successfully. Those are the only interactions I did with it. So I don't know. I don't even remember what the other interactions were, but those ones she did just fine. So, and then like I said, I placed that plant in a completely different area, but I think it worked there. A little decoration in the back of all that kind of like necessity stuff. At least in real life, that stuff is necessities. In The Sims, not so much. Sim, obviously doesn't need a utensil holder in order to cook, but like I said, I wanted to try to make it seem a little more homey and lived in. Again, that right there shows my stubbornness to a T. Instead of just pulling that corner cupboard out or counter out, I kept fussing with that dish rack. Just kept fussing, and then finally I was just like, yep, this is fine. Not gonna do it anymore. So here I wanted to make like a little either coffee or like a tea little brewing area type of thing. So I was testing, like seeing all the little teapots and stuff that they had to see which one I liked. And I ended up staying with the black one. And then I think right here is where I actually bring up the debug menu, which is definitely very, very new to me. I think the first time that I pulled this up was literally maybe like a couple weeks ago. Okay, maybe a little bit longer than that, like a month ago or whatever. I was trying to get some fireworks for my Sims celebrating Leisure Day, which is my model after 4th of July. So I wanted them to have fireworks, but I didn't realize you couldn't buy fireworks unless it was like a festival. So I wanted them to have fireworks, and that was when the very first time that I brought up the debug menu, or debug items, whatever you want to call it. So right here, so that tea rack didn't sit nicely on that end table like I wanted it to. Another little thing that bugs the crap out of me. So I was like, oh, let me just place a book down, and I figure it could be kind of like a cookbook. So I sized it up, and it's not, obviously not clicked to a spot on the end table. So I've heard that the sim shouldn't just automatically go and pick it up and like start reading it or putting it away or whatever. Um, I'm hoping that is true. uh, I didn't test that out because I totally, my mind was a little off. My daughter was like she was hungry, ready for lunch and everything, so I was just like, get this done. I did click on it, and it gave the option to like read it, so I don't know. While my sim was in there, briefly in there, she didn't she didn't try putting it away or anything, so hopefully it's good. So right then, the bed and walls, that took a little bit of time as well. Again, I had like no vision, and that's gotta be the big issue with me. I definitely, like I've said 5 million times already, I definitely need to plan the interiors as well as I plan the exteriors. So, but I finally, after spending like 5 minutes going through beds and everything, because I didn't want a super expensive bed because my funds are definitely starting to get up there, and I wanted. Oh, I noticed the windows were a little uneven. So yeah, right here I wanted to add a railing, but I completely forgot to. So that might be something that you guys would like to do. So, real quick before we move on, right here with this wardrobe, as it is right now in this video, that did not work. The sim could not get through that side. So I just scooched it a little more towards like the staircase, and that fixed it. I believe, yeah, I fixed it, so the version that's on the gallery should have the fixed version, and it should be fine. Yeah. And so, as I was saying a little bit earlier and got totally sidetracked, I finally decided that I was going to go for like a snowflake, blue, white snowflake theme for this bedroom. There's not a whole lot of decorations, but I really wanted to use this rug, and I'm still kind of iffy about it. I don't think it's the best placement, but everything I was trying just didn't work. And doesn't this white version of the plant fit nicely in there? Yeah, everything I was trying just wasn't working, but I really, really wanted to use that snowflake rug. So, just, that's just what I came up with. That actually reminds me that I kind of want to check out some custom content to see if maybe someone out there has made like a wider version of that rug, because I could really see myself using that a lot, because right now it's like, a doormat, so it's, thinner and everything, but if it was just a little bit wider, I mean, just, you could place it in, dining rooms, it would fit a whole lot nicer, like in your living rooms and everything. So I think I want to check that out, see if anybody's done that. I wonder if can you size up or size down custom content? I don't think I've ever tried to do that. I'm actually pretty curious as if you can do that. So anyways, right here I switched out the nice lights for these yuckier lights, because I was definitely feeling the pressure, simoleon wise. I was getting up there, and I really, really wanted it to be affordable for 2 Sims. You have 2 Sims moving in here. I didn't want anybody to have to use cheats in order for them to move in. So right here I switched out the light, and I end up switching out the lights I think pretty much throughout the whole rest of the house. I mean, obviously, if there was any like special lights, like I kept those, but like just these basic ones that I put in at the very beginning of the build, I switched those out for the cheaper versions, which has a more yellow tint to it. I don't like it so much upstairs, especially in the bedroom, because I think the white light was really nice in the bedroom because, you know, it's snowflake themed and everything. But downstairs, I think the yellow tint actually kind of made it seem more homey. So that actually ended up working out in the end. And then right here, I'm just trying to find a little piece of decoration, and just went with this nutcracker. Yep, and there I am, placing out all the nice lights for these ones. But I can't complain. I think the yellow tint really makes it just seem just more cozy. So, what? And then replace the bathroom. I'm trying to remember what I was doing at this point. I think I was probably trying to put in just a little bit more decoration. At this point, I mean, to be honest, I was probably like, something's missing, I need to do something, but what? But right here, like I said earlier, I switched for just the standalone shower. See, in this rug, if it was just a little wider, it just would fit very, very nicely, though it does fit pretty well. I ended up getting rid of the computer, sadly. I just, like I said, money, and I really wanted to do some sort of landscaping outside, which it's not, I'm not gonna lie, it is not the greatest by any means. That is one area that I definitely need to improve in the most, but I wanted something to be outside. I didn't want just a blank, like a house with just blank lawn. So here, I tried to do something, like I said earlier, I wanted to do a little bit like plants and stuff kind of overhang, and I wanted to do a little bit of that garland that's hanging down, but it took me a hot minute to, I mean, this is another thing that took me forever. I was going through everything and nothing was working out, so I was just like, nope, not gonna do it. But right here, I actually didn't think of doing this before, but because I was trying to do that overhang thing, I actually, you know, figured out, ooh, I could do this. So I guess things happen for a reason. And then here I am, just, you know, doing the outline of the house, which I see everyone doing, and I figure, hey, I guess I might as well start doing that, and I guess it does make it seem more like the house belongs there instead of it's just like sitting on top, like somebody just took a huge helicopter and just picked up the house and just placed it down somewhere else. I don't know. I decided to go with the little brick walkway right there. Again, I was having issues with the plants because I've heard that some of the plants didn't change with the seasons or whatever, which, you know, with this being a holiday home, I really wanted stuff that, you know, during winter, I wanted it to look like it belonged in winter. So, I mean, I figured, you know, the pine trees should be fine, and like grass, I figured should be pretty okay as well. Yeah, so yeah, I thought of maybe putting some rose bushes because I thought the pop of red might be nice, but again, I didn't know if it would work with winter. So and then here I'm putting the cute little mailbox, which I have not placed in any of my other homes, and I was just really excited to use it. I saw the little, you know, like Christmas present, like I thought it was cute, cool. And I thought it was cute, like it could have been a cute idea to place a tiny little pine tree, but I have one right by the door, or a Christmas tree right by the door, so I thought that was just getting to be too much. And then a little, you know, little decorations. I figured that could be kind of like those Christmas blow-ups that you can see at people's houses. I thought that, you know, kind of what that would be. And then right here I realized I forgot to place one of those, which is very important for a holiday home. And then I wanted to add just a little more something for your Sims to do, so I thought having a little bonfire or fire pit in the backyard was kind of a nice touch, you know. Cold out, and go out and just kind of enjoy a little bit of a fire. Because I did want to put a fireplace in, but thought that would be too expensive, so yeah. Trying to think what else I was doing here. I moved the that light because I don't know, it just looked weird to me. And then I wanted to place some more decorations right here, just to kind of, it looked blank to me. Anyways, we're coming up on the screenshots now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are looking to the rest of the 12 builds of Christmas. As always, hope you comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!